What's going on YouTube? It's Mr. Handsy Pants and I've got another Wi-Fi battle for you guys. It's against a guy named Habutum and I got it off Neoseeker. So yeah, I lead off with my Kaka 3. Get it? But yeah, I lead off with my Staraptor and he leads off with Gliscor and I'm thinking, okay, this is probably a Poison Heal one. So I U-turn out to deal damage and just to switch into something that can counter it. So I switch into my Tentacruel, my Nosferatu, and I just go for the safe Surf. And I know you guys are probably thinking, why do you have Surf? You can always put Scald. I always just keep forgetting to put Scald on. So he switches into his Magnezone, which is a good switch, and I switch into his Heatran, predicting the T-Bolt or Sub-Up. Because either way, you know, I can take his Thunderbolts all day, and you know, I can just Fire Blast him to death. And if he, you know, I could always just Earth Power him too. So you know it's good. So he switches out, getting scared of the Fire Blast, and he switches into Blissey. Either way, I go for the safe Fire Blast just in case, because no matter what, unless he brings something in with Flash Fire or something, you know, I'm gonna deal some damage. Except for a Blissey. So this pretty much blows. So he Seismic tosses me, and yeah. He's just trying to bring me down. So I think on this turn I switch out. Yeah, I switch out, and I go back into my Cock 3. And I think he predicted the soft boy. Oh yeah, that turn I switched out. So he switches into the Latios. Now he goes for the Surf, and I'm thinking, I don't know if I can take this. So I go for the U-turn in case I do. And I do. And even better, because I take out his Latios, which is pretty awesome. So I go back and I bring in my Foxtrot, because I'm running my Sun. So I'm bringing the Sun. And he switches back into the Gliscor. And I hit him with the Hidden Power Rock, just to see how much damage it does. You know, it's a neutral. And he goes for the EQ. And I take it enough. But he didn't hit me down to my stash, so yeah. So I go for the Fire Blast, and it finishes him. Because, you know, it's a stab Fire Blast in the Sun. So he switches into Blissey just to sponge it, and I switch out. And I switch into my Amazon.com, which is my Chlorophyll Venusaur. Plus, you know, it's one of the bulkiest things on my team, so I can take the Seismic from Blissey easily. So I Sleep Powder it to start up my Venusaur, because this is a Sub-Seeder Venusaur. And, you know, I'm trying to figure out, is this thing a natural cure or not? Because, you know, if it's a natural cure, I can just Sleep Powder all day on all these stuff. So he brings in Magnezone, and I predicted that he was going to switch out. So I switched, well, I subbed up. So he goes for the Hidden Power, and I think it's Hidden Power Fire? Yeah, it's Hidden Power Fire. So he breaks my sub easily. Because, you know, Magnezone's got some pretty monstrous special attack. I get my Leech Seed, and I get my Black Sludge. So I switch into my Fireflies, predicting the Hidden Power again. And I get my Flash Fire. Plus, you know, I get my little leftovers, and I get the Leech Seed to heal up a little bit more. Even though, you know, I could just take hits all day. So he switches into the Blissey, and I think this is where I predicted it. Nope. Didn't put the rocks yet. I think. I don't even remember. But yeah, I hit him with the Fire Blast with the +1 from the Flash Fire, and it does Jack Diddley balls. Here, I accidentally misclicked because I wasn't paying attention, and I hit Stealth Rocks again. So he gets a free Soft Boil up, and that just irritated me because it just prolongs the Stall War right here. Well, it just prolongs the inevitable. So I hit him for the Fire Blast again, just to knock him down as far as I can. I think he Soft Boils again after. Oh no, he Seismic Tosses. And at this rate, you know, I'm fighting an uphill battle. So, yeah, I just hit him for pretty much just me Fire Blasting over and over. And he does a Soft Boil. I should have just switched out a lot sooner, but, you know, me being the retard I am, didn't until now. So now I come back into my Caucasus predicting the Soft Boil, which she does. Oh, and I get out the Intimidate off on a Blissey. It's over from that. So he withdraws the Blissey, being scared from the close combat, and he switches into Magnezone, I guess for Death Fodder. So I hit off the close combat, finish off the Magnezone with a crit, because that totally mattered, right? So yeah, and then he goes into his Frogger, which is his timid, well not timid, his Swamp. So I think right here he sets up the rocks. Yeah, he sets up the rocks, and then I think I hit him for a second close combat, a third close combat. Well, second on his Swampert and a third in general. And then he phases me out with Roar. So, you know, with the rocks up, I'm not going to be able to bring Staraptor in again. And my Foxtrot dies off the Stealth Rock damage. But it's not a big deal, because I carry the Spinner in case I need my Staraptor again. So I switch into my Venusaur, knowing I'm faster, and I get the one-turn Solar Beam. So I just finish it off with a Revenge Kill. And does he come into Blissey this? No, he comes into the Scizor, and I'm curious just to see how much I can do to it. But he double switches out into the Blissey to predict the I don't know what he's predicting. I guess he predicted the Sleep Powder. So good play on his part there. And I just take the initiative from here to sub up. Then he's gonna switch out into Scizor. So I sub up here. Just curious to see how much damage I can hit, because I'm gonna shoot off a Solar Beam just to see how much it does, even though I know he resists it. So he Bullet Punches, he breaks my sub, and yeah, pretty much from here it's just him fighting a completely uphill battle, because I think he's got 2 right now, his Blissey and the Scizor, and I've got 5. So right now it's a 2-5, and my phone is ringing. So yeah. He goes for the Bullet Punch, I predicted, so I switch into my Heatran. So I take like nothing from it because I resist it. Then he runs away fearing the Fire Blast, and he switches into Blissey. So, but I do in fact go for the Fire Blast just in case he decides to stay in. So I shoot it off, and I get the burn, which is really unfortunate for him. But it's Natural Cure, so it's not that big of a deal. So what did I do here? Oh, I just kept going for the Fire Blast, and I missed. He soft boils. Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry, I had to take a call. But anyway, so we're just going at it right now, and I'm just getting sick of this stall war. So I switch out from my Fireflies into my Scrafty, which is my pants. Because I don't like to leave without this thing in my party, because I mean, he's pretty much my pants. He does a lot of work. And he's pretty much my favorite Pokemon from Gen 5. So I scare him out, thinking I'm gonna go for like the Drain Punch or whatever. But no, I do Drain Punch. And it doesn't do like anything to it, because I know he could just probably roost it off. Which I think he does next turn. So while he's roosting, I decide to just go for the sub, and he roosted up. Oh, by the way, what do you guys think about this whole, like, the whole ending of the world happening tomorrow? Like with the Judgment Day and all that. I think it's ridiculous, just like, you know, the ending, like the end of the world next year in 2012. I mean, I believe in God and all that, but, you know, it's whatever to me. Whatever happens, happens. I don't see why everybody's freaking out about it. Because, I mean, at any point, the world could just end. But that's just my little nonsense, 2-bit thoughts about it. So, back to the commentary. So, I switched back into my Fireflies, Fire Blast, and I thought he was going to switch out into the Blissey, but no. He stayed in on the Scizor, and after this, he switches into his last, which is, of course, his Blissey. And then he just runs away. So yeah guys, that was my game. Sorry I haven't been uploading lately, been really busy with finals and all that. So yeah, I'll try and get more stuff up for you guys on Sunday, and then once finals are done, which is at the end of next week, I'm gonna try and just haul ass and put like maybe 3 or 4 videos up a week. So when school ends, I'll try and think of a new schedule to use for that. Because even with summer school, because next year we're going to be senior, class 2012. But yeah, even with that, it's not a big deal. So anyway, remember to like, comment, subscribe. At Easy Pants, signing out. Peace.